the next thing we're going to do is this. We're going to show fronting the post. We're going to play behind when he gets out away from the basket, but anything near the lane line is a front. So now let's have the offensive player now, as we come down here, Eric, let's have the offensive player go to the inside, and now we're going to be in a full front situation where we're putting a chest on him right here. We're showing our hands, but right over our shoulder here we can see the ball and see the man, and we got our hands up so that if they were to throw it over the top, we're in position to guard that right there. The other thing we do is, depending on the strength of the player, depending on what the player's best at, those kind of things, some players will front everything, even as far as out into here, and then if the man were to pop out, now he slips and guards him on the perimeter. So we really determine on our size of our guy, determine on where the ball is on the floor, and we also have a rule that all our perimeter players, if you're playing any perimeter whatsoever, you're always fronting the post, never playing behind. The ball's getting pressured. We've got weak side help right here. If they were to choose to throw it over the top, we've got our help. We're very position conscious. We're very aware of posted players. We're very aware of the ball. So if the ball were to be thrown over the top, we were able to come over here and assist the defensive player. The defensive player on the post would be trying to slip back to the inside and guard. If the man tries to slip to the outside, we're going to front, go, Ben, deny, slip. Now you've got him out from where you want him to play him, so you got a combination of a couple different things. You're starting out in a front, you're going to deny as if you were on one pass away, and now you're going to slip and get in behind. The last thing we'll teach, and it just depends again on our personnel and their personnel, we'll do a three-quarter front. We'll do a three-quarter front, and what we're going to do right there is this. Obviously a combination of fronting and playing behind. But what we want to do is take the right here in the middle of our chest, put it right here, split it down his shoulder, and we're going to try and turn his shoulder to the inside and almost get in a front. So right now we're putting that body pressure on him here, and we're denying the ball right here. Now, if the ball were to dribble or be passed to the corner, we're going to now slip and go to the front. And again, we're in this three-quarter stance, trying to get him to turn his shoulder and not be so squared to the ball. One thing I think we do really well is we guard screening action. The first thing we're going to show here is how we change out. And when the screen goes down, we're going to have the defensive man open up to the ball, the screener's man open up to the ball and give help. Okay, so now he's going from, I got your spot here, Eric. I'm in a deny position right here, and as the man goes down the screen, I'm going to get away from the man and get a bigger gap and give plenty of room for the man to get through. And I'm going to be talking to him, get through, you know, I've got your help, you know, give him plenty of space right here. If you're too tight right here, now it becomes a double screen, and now the fades and the flares will get you, all right? And you don't want that to happen. You want whatever it takes to get there in the quickest route. So I think the man that's getting screened right here, the man that's getting screened should avoid any contact with the screen whatsoever. Most of the time guys get hung up, it's because they're trying to go shoulder to shoulder, and I think you got to get it where they're trying to screen your shoulder, and you're getting skinny here in the middle, and you're beating the guy to the spot. And the lower you can get, the more ineffective the screen can be, and you've got to shoot that gap and come through in a deny situation right here. As this action's taking place, all right, here's this down screen. You also got to be very aware, and a lot of people are starting to use their screeners as offensive players. So if I'm up here in this position here of doing a lot of help right here, then what they're going to do is that's happening. The offensive player is going to slip to the goal and score. The other thing you're susceptible to is this. When I'm down here helping out, getting him through, you have dribble penetration. There's a change out going on here. Dribble the ball in here, Matt. Then all of a sudden the ball comes right behind you. Drive it to the goal. All of a sudden you've got a layup situation, never aware of it. So you've got to be down here in a position of being very active and cautious, knowing about what's going on, thinking about the different things that could happen. My man may slip. I got to get my man through. You can't relax when your man's being a screener, because a lot of times the screener's man or something else on the floor. You can really be down here being aware, suspicious of what's going on. You got to be very suspicious of anything that might beat, but you've also got to stay in this help position. Okay? So you're down here, the ball gets penetrated, come Matt to the goal. You might have to be able to come off right here and help. and everything all of a sudden now we're in our help situation, and people got to rotate down and maybe take a different man. The man coming up, here's the down screen. We've got the screening action right there. Eric, you're opening up for the screen. Stop right there. Now we're going to get through on the slip. Now it's back to, in our closeout situation, we want to arrive on the catch. If this man catches the ball, and get hung up on him a little bit, he catches the ball right here and you're not there, our defense is in trouble, because now he's got jump shot, he's got shot fakes, he's got drive on you, and you have to arrive. And this is when you can tell if you're doing the drill correctly or not, or when you're playing the game. If you can get through these screens and on the flight of the ball, throw the ball to Matt, on the flight of the ball, arrive on the catch. And if you arrive on the catch, you know where you need to be, you're there at the right time. Hopefully I can even get through and even get into a deny and make them catch the ball out farther. The ball is at the top right here, guys. Whenever the ball is at the top, whenever it's at the top like it is right here, we're putting ball pressure on. And if the man is below in this dotted line area, we're going to front and we're going to have our back to half court. All right, we're going to have our back to half court. And as we're doing that, you want the man to start driving him to the baseline and decreasing the area that he has to catch the ball. We've got good ball pressure right there. All right, so as soon as the man screens, and if he were to front right there, or post up right there, you've got to go from a weak side help, get your man through on the change out, and now front the post and have your back towards half court in a full front in the lane. Now you can see they're decreasing the area. The larger area that he has, get him up there, and all of a sudden more room he has, all of a sudden they might have a high-low situation, and therefore now you're in trouble. Throw it over the top. And he's got room to score the ball. So that's why I say you've got to be physical with him and moving towards the baseline. Okay, now, same situation, and we've changed out right here, and it's all a part of the screening action and what people are trying to do to score. They're generally trying to big on small, small on big screen. Well, the big is screened for the small, and now they're trying to get a situation of posting. Well, if I go to the front and all of a sudden the posted player tries to go higher above the dotted line, we've got to be able to go from a front and then slip in from behind. We're going to play it live right here. Here we go. Get down, good, good. That's it. Front of the post, good. Reverse it down screen. Change out, good. All right, good. Nice job. So the man was in the paint, we'd stay with the front right there. All right, now here's the next part. And now what we're going to do is go with the man on the same side. We're going to go with the man on the same side. So the screen would come down, stop, and instead of changing out, now Eric, you're going to be up higher, because if you need to change out, he can go that way, but you're going to be in this position right here. But instead he's chose to go with the man, and he's going to go right off his shorts right here, right off his backside. All right, he's going right off the backside, and he will actually take the same route that the cutter will take. All right, actually the same route that the cutter will take. And you can see that as soon as he gets past the screen right here, he's going to slip to the inside and hopefully get into deny, and at worst arrive at the same time of the ball. All right, so we're going to go right off the backside here, and this is a great way to guard a hard screening action. You can double screens and those type of things. Okay, going right off the backside with him, taking the exact same route. Now, as this is taking place, here comes this spot. I've got yours right here. As he comes in here and uses the screen, if there's any part of me right here that gets hung up, that's no good. You're completely avoiding it right here. Completely avoiding it, and it's just like you're the cutter. It's just like you're the cutter right there. And you're going to go right off his back. All right, now, as this is taking place, that action's done by the perimeter player, okay, or even a post player. As that action's going, here we go. And he's going to go with the backside. The postman here has to recognize that. Stop. The postman has to recognize what's going on right there. And we're going to go from this position here. We're opened up where we can help. We're towards the ball. But if the man is going to run a pop-out or a flare screen where he's looking to get the ball in the perimeter, we're going to extend the screen. Extend the screen with a hand up, or hand out, to hopefully deter the pass, to deflect that eyesight of the passer, and to also maybe make the cutter run a little wider route in order to catch the ball. So this would, the defender on the screener will extend the screen. Now, he can't extend outside of his body, because now you lose and get the slip. And once people see you're going to extend, they're going to look to try and slip you. So you have to stay with your man, and as this is happening, I'm going to extend and have to snap my head if the guy slips. Now, the next part of it is here comes Ben, and as he comes down here and sets the screen, say the offensive player that's coming to get the ball curls. Well, now we're going to step up and we're going to bump the curl, showing our hands to the referee, showing our hands. We're not putting our forearms down. And you can see here that the slip's not as big a problem because look at the spacing of the players. It's not very open right there, and it's awful difficult. Plus, you're going to step up quickly till this man can get here. It's just a quick bump, and then you will get back to your man. And we got to also remember that we also hopefully have good ball pressure on out here. You got a double screen right here that a lot of teams run shooters off a double. All right, so we would be in our stance right here. We would see that. And as this man's coming across, coach is going to go with the backside right here. All right, well, we got the same action here. Same action. I'm going to guard the slip right here. Anybody that slips is my guy. He's going the same route, but now the top man in the screen is going to extend this screen. All right, extend this screen on any action there, not coming outside of his man. All right, and we're able to guard that right there. All right, let's try that. Let's try it. So this is how you'd guard the double screen in this situation and going with the backside. A lot of times you're almost better off going with the backside than you are changing out. The change out really, to me, is just when they're not really doing a good job of screening. It's not a hard action. Any type of hard screening or where they're really trying to score is where it becomes difficult and where we've got to do this and stop it. Okay, we're down in our stance. All right, go, go. Go in with the rear, extend the screen. Good. And now we're in our defense. And we're right to where we need to be. All right, let's do that. Do the same thing and run the curl. Run the curl. Okay, so now here comes the man. We're in our stance. We're guarding it. Step up and bump the curl. I've got any kind of help and support, and we take that whole action out. We just take the action out.